Welcome to Warriors Weekly, presented by Esurance. This week's show, we go behind the scenes with one of the Warriors' valued corporate partners, the Solar Company, after recently installing solar on the Warriors' practice facility in Oakland. We also catch up with two guys that have come a long way and have made an impact on this team this year, former D-League players Anthony Tolliver and Chris Hunter. Now for a look at some of the recent action in last week's games, here's Warriors Rewind.
The Warriors finished the road trip with 5 games in 7 nights, ending up in New Orleans on a Monday evening, and an ABA game broke out. Back and forth scoring both ways as the Warriors, behind Stephen Curry, would get going early with 25 points in the first quarter, mostly from the perimeter. Anthony Morrow would be 11 of 13 shooting with 28 points and 6 of 6 on threes. But in the first quarter, it was the size of the Hornets. David West and Emeka Okafor, as West would finish with 28, Okafor 22, and the Hornets with an 11-point lead at the end of one. In the second quarter, though, the Warriors got the running game going. Corey Maggette, 7 of 10 from the field, would finish with 18 points. The Warriors would rip off 37 points in the second quarter, and Devin George with a turn-back-the-clock night, 18 points, 4 made threes, and 7 of 11 shooting, and the Warriors back in it at halftime. An even third quarter at 33 points apiece, where the rookie Darren Collison, 7 of 12, 16 points, consistently making the right pass, and the rookie sidekick Marcus Thornton with 28 points off the bench on 11 of 19 shooting. Heading into the fourth quarter, the Warriors would come back from double digits as D-League call-up Reggie Williams had his best game as a pro. 28 points, 10 of 16 shooting with 6 assists, and the Warriors right back in the ballgame, evening things into the final minutes. But the Hornets' size was too much. 24-7 advantage on second chance points. It was West and Okafor repeatedly with offensive rebounds, as well as Collison in the open floor. Near the end of the game, in the final minute, Collison with a brilliant move in the lane would flip it up over iron and give the Hornets the advantage. But Steph Curry, not to be outdone, back-to-back threes in the waning moment, and it was finally free throws that would salt it away. Scoring all over the place. 7 of the 8 Warriors that play finished in double-figure scoring, but the size differential proves to be the difference as West and Okafor combined for 50 points. It was the Hornets outlasting the Warriors 135-131 in a game where both teams approached 60% shooting. Warriors back home from the road, entertaining Portland at Oracle, and in the first quarter even at 28 as Monte Ellis's return, working alongside Steph Curry. Monte would finish with 17 points, Curry 15 points, but the Blazers would have the size advantage all night long. Marcus Camby would finish with 17 rebounds, and it was the Warriors small ball versus Camby and LaMarcus Aldridge inside. In the second quarter, the Warriors pick up the tempo as Reggie Williams continues his fine play. He would finish with 14 points, C.J. Watson 12 off the bench, and despite Monte Ellis foul trouble, the Warriors would have a 2-point lead at halftime. In the third quarter, the Warriors would get out and run. Corey Maggette with 24 points to lead the way, Anthony Tolliver 14, and the Warriors would put 6 players in double figures, shooting 48% from the field. Brandon Roy would have a phenomenal game, leading the Blazers with 41 points, but getting to the foul line 17 times, 14 of 22 from the field, but Portland would shoot only 41%. The Warriors would take a 13-point lead into the fourth, and then the Blazers rebounding would take control. 22 offensive rebounds, 37 free throw attempts, and they hold the Warriors to 9 points in the fourth quarter. The Blazers, with the size and the free throw advantage, despite shooting 41% from the field, they hold the Warriors to the 9 points in the fourth quarter. It was Portland outlasting Golden State 110-105.
Coming up next on Warriors Weekly, we meet Thera of the Warrior Girls. Then we see how the Warriors are helping the environment and going green in Oakland.